Hey guys, No Masters here. Today we will be discussing the problem with pilots nowadays in all Battlefield games. Quick disclaimer, I'm not assuming that all pilots are the same. I'm aware that the pilot community can be diverse. Some are good and some are toxic. I'm going to be very blunt in this video because I want you all to understand how frustrated I am and how serious this topic is. So without further ado, let's start. Yes, pilots, the most controversial debates in the Battlefield community. People have strong opinions about them based on their experiences. Some have had good encounters, others bad, and I understand why. But this video isn't about why people have different opinions about pilots. It's about what pilots do in all Battlefield games that is considered problematic. Trust me, once I explain everything, you'll understand why it's completely valid to be frustrated, and you'll understand just how angry I get when I face pilots in my BF1 matches. So let's dive in. The first problem I have with pilots is whenever I join a match, right? And as the match was about to start, I picked fighters so I can eliminate all enemy planes quicker that can benefit my team from winning. As I continued flying, I've encountered a skilled dogfighter who almost stripped away all of my health. I was in a stressful situation, but fortunately, I've did a few maneuvers to not die and I saw my teammate using an AA gun. So to survive, I lured them to my teammate who was using an AA gun. My teammate spotted my opponent and shot them down successfully. My opponent who died started typing in the chat, "Wow, now masters, you need an AA gun to help you? You're such a noob. Do you see what the problem is?" No? I'll tell you what the problem is. The problem is that some pilots in this game treat Battlefield, including Battlefield 1, like it's a Call of Duty game where anyone interfering in a 1v1 fight is seen as a problem without accepting the fact that Battlefield is fundamentally a team-based game, and yet they still treat it like it's a 1v1 game. I don't understand why pilots cannot understand the difference between a teamwork game and a duel game. Like, if you still see this buffered over a random player interrupting your 1v1, then you shouldn't be playing Battlefield in the first place. I swear, you're playing a game where teamwork is heavily emphasized. Not all situations are about 1v1s. Just accept it or go back to Call of Duty as if I care less. And the best part is when a teammate shoots me down with an AA gun and I retreat, they'll hunt me down, kill me, and top it off with a "you're trash." And that is called being a hypocrite. It's like they set one standard for everyone else but give themselves a free pass. I get help from an AA gunner? Bad. But when they get help from their AA gunner, it's all good. Why are you acting so self-centered where nothing bad should happen to you? Why do you think I shouldn't play the way the game lets me? Do you expect me to be an easy target just so you can boost your KD while you stay safe behind your AA gunners, the same thing you complained about when I did it to you? Make up your mind already or just delete the game at this point. You're just being a hypocrite and toxic. No one wants to play with a guy like that. Another problem I have with pilots is that they trash talk after killing a beginner pilot, especially when that newer pilot actually manages to pull off a few trick maneuvers. They act as if winning one dogfight suddenly makes them superior to every other player. But if you challenge those same pilots to an infantry 1v1, one of two things will happen. They will either ignore the challenge and keep acting superior, or avoid it entirely. Why? Because they know they'll die much faster in an infantry fight. They know exactly that they will lose to a 1v1 infantry duel. So the best way to protect their ego is to ignore the request entirely. I faced a similar situation like this in one of my BF1 matches. When I was playing on the Giant's Shadow map, I chose fighter because I want to have fun and be a pilot. I faced another skilled dogfighter who's insanely good. I died much faster, unfortunately. I only survived like 20 seconds. But on my second attempt, I played really well. I pulled off a few maneuvers that caught my pro opponent off guard and managed to survive for about 60 seconds, which honestly is pretty impressive. My opponent wasn't happy that I broke his illusion that I'm bad at dogfights, so they decided to trash talk me by saying easy or noob. After killing me twice, when I saw his message, I responded, "Oh really? Then spawn as infantry to prove if you're really better than me because you sound big and tough talking like that." And want to hear the funny part? Instead of accepting my infantry duel, he ignored it completely because they know exactly that I'm better than them. So the only way to protect their ego is to continue trash talking me while being on a plane. They know they have no chance against me in an infantry duel, so they avoided to protect their fragile ego. After I lost the third dogfight, they kept trash talking me, calling me noob or easy, as usual. It's like pilots only act superior when they're in a plane, but the moment they have to fight on the ground, they stay completely silent. I read his message and I responded, "Once again, you cannot trash talk me if you're bad on infantry. I want you to 1v1 me on infantry if you think you're so tough." But they ignored the message as always. It was no use talking to him. However, when the toxic pilot crashed or got killed by an AA gunner, I responded, "You died. I want you to spawn as infantry. Don't back out and wait for a plane." But they still wait for a plane in the death screen, because again, they're bad on infantry. Yeah, I still don't understand why pilots feel so comfortable trash talking to infantry players like me. What do they even gain from this? One final thing I want to mention is that if a pro pilot rejects my infantry 1v1 duel, I will always assume that they're a noob unless they actually prove they are skilled on infantry, because it makes no sense to think they're skilled at infantry without proving it. So as long as I hear pilots rejecting my duel, I'll 100% assume they're bad and I will win easily. One last thing before I end the video. If you're a pilot watching this, I sincerely ask you to treat players like me with respect and empathy. Don't act like you're better than everyone else. You're just another gamer like the rest of us. If you treat us with respect, we'll give you the same respect back. Respect goes two ways. It's not free to earn. From now on, treat people nicely and have fun being a pilot without acting superior. Anyway, that's my full critique of this video. I hope some of my points were both reasonable and relatable. If you're feeling frustrated, don't worry, I'm frustrated too about what some pilots do to players these days. But unfortunately, it's just another harsh reality we have to accept. I hope that one day pilots will be more nicer to other players in the Battlefield community. If you enjoyed my video, make sure you give me a like, and if you enjoy my content, consider hitting that subscribe button. It will really help me out. If you don't want to, that's fine. I won't force you and you can live on with your day. Have a good day, evening or night, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.